Good afternoon, my dear students, and welcome to Unit 3. Cliffhanger. Let's start with the new vocabulary. Cliffhanger. An adventure story where exciting or dangerous things happen, and the reader wonders how the story will continue. Adventure. Doing something unusual, exciting, or dangerous. Camp, a place where people live in tents or simple buildings, away from their usual home for a short time. Advert, advertisement or ad, a piece of information in a newspaper, on TV, or a picture on a wall that tries to make people buy something. Upselling, going down the side of a very high rock or building while you are tied to a rope, pushing against the surface with your feet. Canoe, a narrow boat for one or two people that you can move through while using a paddle. Canoeing is a sport. Archery, the sport of shooting arrow. Mountain biking, riding a bicycle with a strong frame and wide tires on rough ground. Thump, to make a loud sound by hitting something or by beating hard. Snort, to blow out air noisily as a way of showing that you don't like something. Cricket, a game that played with a ball and a bat by two teams of 11 players. Cuddle, to hold somebody or something closely in your arm. Stiff, strong and difficult to bend or move. Tough, strict or strong enough to deal with difficult situations. Helmet, a hard hat that you wear to protect your head. Sniff, to breathe air through the nose, making a sound, especially because you have a cold or crying. Tight, fixed firmly and difficult to move or open. With, to move very quickly, often making a high continuous sound. Obedient, showing the ability to understand, learn, and think. Choose the correct answer from between the brackets. The competition was real? Yes, that's right. Cliffhanger. Question 2. Our journey through the jungle was an, that's right, adventure. Mr. Philippe is not here this week. He is away on holiday. The climbers stayed in a camp near the mountain top. Question 5. This film is suitable for both adults and children. That is right. New structure. Phrase. A phrase is a group of words which form part of a sentence. But the phrase doesn't make sense on its own. Example, as, old fashioned, first class, tropical, store. Let's move to our grammar. The past simple tense. The past simple tense is used to talk about actions that started and finished in the past. I lost my purse yesterday. We use it to talk about actions that happened one after the other in the past. He woke up, got out of bed, and had a shower. Actions that were repeated or were habits in the past. Her grandmother made wooden toys. The form. The past form of the verb. Regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are formed by adding d, ed, or ied at the end of the verb. Generally, we add ed at the end of the verb to change it to the past form. Look, looked, start, started, watch, watched. The negative. Positive sentences in the past simple are changed into negative by using didn't followed by stem verb. She took some photos of her garden. She didn't take any photos of her garden. They slept late yesterday. They didn't sleep early yesterday. Questions. To form question we use did. This is for the short answers for sure. Did she call her granny? Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. WH questions. We start with the question word, then did, then the subject. At the end, we add the question mark. When did you arrive yesterday? We arrived at 7 o'clock. Let's move to another important tense, the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to talk about actions that were in progress at a specific time in the past. John was watching a film at 11 last night. Two or more actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. Mom was making lunch while I was washing my hair. The background event is in a story. The children were playing happily and the parents were talking among themselves. An action in progress in the past that was interrupted by another. She was doing her housework when the postman rang the bell. I was watching TV when the lights went out. While I was watching TV, the doorbell rang. So we form the past continuous tense by adding was or were after the subject, then the past, then the verb plus ing. I was playing tennis at 10 o'clock yesterday. They were watching a movie at 7 o'clock yesterday. Examples. The phone was ringing for us this morning. Dad was at home yesterday because he was sleeping. At 2 o'clock this morning, I was reading. All the students were doing a test this morning. The negative. How can we form the past continuous into negative? Positive sentences in the present continuous are changed into negative by adding not after am, is, or are. In the past continuous, we add not after was or were. They were doing their homework. They weren't doing their homework. I was sitting under a tree. I wasn't sitting under a tree. Questions. Mom was frying some chips. Was Mom frying any chips? What was Mom doing? The mice were hiding in the hole. Were the mice hiding in the hole? You can say yes or no. Where were the mice hiding? This is a WH question. They were hiding in the hole. Rewrite the following sentence using the words between the brackets. Take your time to answer these questions. These questions are homework and I'm going to check them next time. This is the end of Unit 3. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day. Goodbye.